Dylan here with FitForm&Function, and today we're going to put in a new clutch line to my brand new 2013 Genesis coupe. Now I've driven about 1,000 miles on it. I wanted to wait before I really did some major modifications to it, but the very first thing I saw was the clutch feel and the shifting. Some people have just bled the clutch line a few times, and that solved a little bit of the issue. Some are saying that a new stainless steel clutch line will solve some of the issue. So I figured I was going to go down there and bleed it anyways. I mean, this is $40 from genracer.com. It's agency power, steel braided clutch line. It's pretty simple. It's just a clutch line with a new clip. You should be able to reuse the clip you have, but they give you a new one anyways. But don't forget, when you do this, it's always a good idea just to go ahead and get some brake fluid. I had some laying around from when I worked at Nissan. But one of the most important things with this is, especially if you're going to do a project, get a brand new bottle. Don't get, this one's used, but I'll try to find a brand new one. Don't use a used bottle that's been sitting around for this type of aspect. If you're a little low, you top it off, that's not too bad. But an open bottle of brake fluid is going to absorb water and air, and then when it gets into the line, it's not going to be as good as it should be. It should be a straight hydraulic line, but full of hydraulic fluid. It should not be, it shouldn't absorb water, and which it will. It'll absorb moisture out of the air, and over time that'll give you a little spongy feeling. So I know you can go to a parts store and get the big bottle for pretty cheap, but try to stick to the small bottles. Just use what you need. It'll be better in the long run. But let's open this up and get a little bit better look at it. Like I said, it was only $40 from genracer.com. They only sell Genesis coupe parts, and they actually have an own little section that has its own confirmed fit parts for the brand new 2013 model. I usually look on there for new updated parts, but these are just black fittings on the end. They are metal, they're not plastic. It's pretty simple. This goes into the block, goes into the transmission, and this goes up to the line for the clutch fluid and has your little recess for the clip right there. And it goes in there like that. I'm going to push it in there, but that's pretty much it. Put it on and see how it works. Alright, we're under the car, and this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to try to point everything out to you. This right here is your bleeder screw or nipple or whatever you want to call it. So what you want to do with this is, after you get the line installed, or if you're just wanting to bleed it, you're going to want to get somebody to, it's the easiest way if you can get a buddy to get up in the car and pump the clutch a few times and then hold it, open this up, let the fluid squirt out, and close it, and then get him to pump the clutch up again. Do that a couple times with no air, and then it's bled. But here's your clutch line that we're going to be replacing right there. That's one side of it going to the top of that block, and then right there, right up here, is the top side, and the clip's right there. So we're going to try to knock that out, unscrew the line there, and get it up off here, and put the new one in. Hopefully not lose a crap load of brake fluid.
Bullseye.
So I've been driving the car for a little bit now after the clutch line install. And the biggest reason I got it in the first place is for work. I have to wear steel-toed boots, and I wear a size 13. Big rubber sole on the bottom. So the clutch feel to me when I'm driving to work is, well, I can't really feel it. So the ride isn't very pleasurable with the pedal feel. Now, that's a big reason why I got it. And plus, even when I wear my tennis shoes, it is a little vague right as it pops up. And you can feel the clutch start to engage. First and second gear mainly. Now you can play with the rev range and figure out where the best way to shift is, but just overall feel wasn't the best. So I got the clutch line, installed pretty easy as you saw. It was messy, but the easiest way to do it is just to get in there and do it. Wear some old clothes, whatever. But big thumbs up to Agency Power with the line. Like I said, it came with that extra clip. You didn't need it, but they gave it to you anyways. Fittings were perfect. Everything was perfect length. It was actually a little bit longer than it needed to be, which is fine. It was just overall great. 40 bucks. Couldn't complain. I got it from genracer. If you have a Genesis coupe, go check them out. Especially 2013. They have its own section just for 2013 parts. But that's pretty much it. Now the only other thing I want to add is we bled it one time, and I have seen where a couple people have bled it 2 or 3 times and it gets a little bit better. But right off the bat I can feel just a little bit better clutch feel. Right as it gets ready to release and you have that foot up, you feel that clutch just start to engage. It's a little bit, I want to say firmer or more smoother action, because your clutch doesn't all automatically just get firmer, but it is a smoother action on how it does that. So for 40 bucks, it's a great deal, especially if you're going to go out shifting the car, tracking the car, anything where you're going to be shifting a lot. And with that 2.0, if you are racing it, you do shift a lot to keep it in the rev range for boost. But it's a great deal. Just for normal street use, you probably won't feel as much of a benefit, but you will feel some. Just remember, when you go to track the car, those benefits will be magnified for track use. When you're, getting in the clutch all the time, instead of that rubber expanding, you're gonna have that stainless steel to hold it nice and tight. But overall, it was a good buy. I'd do it again. So hopefully you guys will like the video. If you guys have comments, just comment below if you want to see something or if you have questions. I mean, I check the channel just about every day. Just let me know what you think, and we'll try to answer your questions. And if you want to see something in the future, my car, Thomas's Mustang, we actually have a X-Pipe video on the way, or Brian's Acura RSX. But just let us know.